And here we are back where it all happens, where it all goes down, in my room, basically. I know it has been a minute, and I know I have taken some time off. One, to grow all of this fabulous hair. I am 100% natural, have been for 3 years, but I decided to step away from the weaves, from the braids, and to let it all out, so to speak. So no, I didn't. I'm not gonna that wise. All I did was wash, condition, blow dry, and hit a flat iron on it, and a hot comb, truthfully, because you gotta make sure your edges are tight. I put in a lot of work and effort. One wonderful Sunday evening to wake up Monday morning with an afro. Yeah, welcome to my life. It took about 3 days to actually get my hair to look straight, or to look straightened, or to look like it had some order. It was a very, very difficult process, but here we are a week later, and it looks decent. The unfortunate part is it is a week later, so I will be washing it very soon. So we're just going to start the process all over again. And now you know why I stick to braids and weaves. Yeah. But anyway, we're here to talk about hair. Well, not this time around. We will talk about hair though very, very soon, to be honest with you. Because like I said, I have been natural for 3 years. And it's not easy. And I know more and more people are going natural. And any help that you can give somebody, you should give. And because it is quite a process, and it can be very frustrating, because I promise there have been times, like I did have a nice little fresh thing of perm sitting there, and I was like, I don't need this stress. I could just perm my hair and everything would be fabulous. But I didn't, and I stuck with it, and I just want to share that with you guys. But another time, we're going to make this face. We're going to beat this face. We're going to transform this face. I don't want to say make this face beautiful, because, sweetheart, my face is already beautiful. Thank you very much. And please remember that your face is beautiful too before you add some stuff to it. But I'm going to give this face some character. That's what we're going to say this summer. I'm going to give this face some character. And to do that, I will be using 2 of Oldie but Goodies BH Cosmetics palettes. Granted, these are seriously oldies but goodies. So much so that probably the only place you can find them is like Amazon or eBay, because BH does not sell these anymore. We have the Wild and Free Baked Eyeshadow Palette, and the Wild and Radiant Baked Highlighter Palette. It's Baked Illuminating and Bronzing Palette. Illuminating, highlight, whatever. Call it what you want. I not gonna, sound like a historian, or, a beauty historian or makeup historian, but BH Cosmetics was one of the many brands that were promoting baked eyeshadows, baked highlighters. They do it baked because it gives more pigment, it makes you shine brighter, it makes it just stand out, like the colors are really, really popping. I don't know why people went away from that, or cosmetics brands went away from that, because I really did like baked palettes. But so, because nobody does it anymore, right, you don't see anybody with a baked palette, and that's what's up, because baked palettes are pretty freaking awesome. I have a fresh palette to work with. I just washed off a face mask. I used the Aztec Clay face mask. Just washed it all off. Didn't moisturize my face because I knew I was going to put makeup on it, and I'm going to use my micellar water, and I just put it Olay micellar water, and I put that to prep my skin. Now, but if you're doing like a mask after work or after the gym or at night, you do want to moisturize afterwards, because you have to rehydrate your skin. Because what the masks are doing, regardless of what mask you use, what the mask is doing, oh, got a little lip balm. What the mask is doing is it's pulling all the toxins out of your skin and making it wonderful and getting it clean and fresh and beautiful. Even if you do those sheet masks, because I know a lot of companies, oh gosh, it got caught on my nose ring. A lot of companies are going for sheet masks. Why? Because they're quick, simple, and easy. I don't blame them. But regardless of what you use, when you're masking, when you take the mask off, regardless if you're raising the sheet or wiping it off with some warm water, I'm just making sure to get all the nooks and crannies. I know you're like, dang, Shake, you're taking forever with this. I want to make sure everything is covered. Alright. When you're finished with your mask, make sure to moisturize your skin. You want to rehydrate your skin from everything that you just took out of it. So, when I do it at night, I use moisturizer, but because I'm putting makeup on, I'm using the micellar water. So what I'm going to do next, because I have oily skin, you can use setting powder now if you don't want to. You don't have to. There is no formula to this. You do what works for you. I am going to use Maybelline Master Fix setting powder. And what I'm doing is I'm just tapping it in the cap, just because it gives me a controlled environment to work from. And like literally tapping it in the cap. And when I do it, I rotate the cap. This way I'm not, this way I'm not getting it all in one area. So I move the cap around. Now, using my beauty blender, what I'm doing is I'm adding it to my face, creating an ashy look. But I'm focusing on the areas that oil up the most, which for me is right here. This is good, but your nose, forehead, all that. But right here, oh my gosh. Like seriously. And then I go in under the eye, and I just take care of the whole area. And then I go for the rest of the face. There we go. See? A little bit on the forehead, because the forehead really doesn't give me problems. But we do want to slap it up. Like I said, I focus on my problem areas. My skin is super freaking oily. Like sometimes I feel like it. Alright. So, what we're going to do is, because I like to do my eyeshadow first, I'm going to prime my eyes. So to do that, I'm using Urban Decay, their eyeshadow primer potion, and anti-age. And I don't need a whole bunch, small amount. And I just tap it in to spread it around, and then I go for that spreading. Now, I like to use my finger because it has more control. Some people use a brush. Either way is fine. Do what works for you. Again, there is no set in stone way to do any of this. And don't let anyone tell you different. They're like, no, you have to do it like this. Actually, you don't. You do what works for you. I know some people who do their eyes last. And hey, if that works for you, still be it. I do my eyes first because of the excess that's on the brush. You know, you think you're tapping it all off and you think everything's perfect, but then you realize you have like little colors right on your cheek. So instead of having to go back and clean that up and work with that, I just do my eyes first. But again, what works for you? Try and error. use the brush, use the finger. I do my whole eye area, honestly. Honestly speaking, I just get it all, get it all. Alright, so we are using the Wild and Free, and here are the colors in the Wild and Free. So for this look, I want to do a halo eye. I haven't done a halo eye in what feels like forever. So this dark blue and this light like icy white blue are going to be my main colors. I'm going to set the foundation for this with these brown colors here. And what I mean by setting the foundation is, you know, my eye's white now, so I need to get it back to brown. So I'm going to use these two colors to get it back to brown. And to do that, I need makeup brushes. And I'm just using some regular old makeup brushes, nothing special. I like to use wispier brushes just because they're easy to work with and they cover a tad bit more surface area, so I don't have to worry about working so hard to get what I want, to be honest, where I can just get it going and it does what it needs to do, and I'm very, very happy for that. So I'm going to start with the lighter of the colors, then go into this darker color because I'm creating an effect, and then I'm going to use my blues on the lid. I'm going to use the darker blue in the crease and on the sides, and then the lighter blue right in the middle to create that halo effect. So I'm going in with the lighter brown color first, right at the top, and I want my whole top, and I'm focusing more so right under my eyebrow. Right under my eyebrow. Here we go. Now, I'm just using a simple back and forth motion, and yes, I do go outside of my eyelid area, you know, just below it. No worries, because when we do our concealer and our foundation, we'll take care of that right away. So, you know, I'm going right under. And now I'm going to go in with the darker brown color, again with a wispy brush, and I'm going right under where I just did the other color, but right above my crease. So I'm not necessarily going in the crease, I'm going right above it, because that's where we're going to start with our blue. Right in the crease. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I was just fixing my supporting mirror. That helps me to make sure I'm getting things done. There we go. Okay, now it's time to get some color going on. So I've added my color back to my eye. Now the reason we use the primer, not only to give an even color surface for our eyeshadows to work on, but it keeps our eyeshadow in place, and even more so, it helps to make our eyeshadow pop. Hello, because I mean, Why are we doing this if we're not worried about making eyeshadow pop? Why? Explain to me. Why? So, what I'm going to do is use an angled brush. Now, I might also use a smudging brush as well because of how it is, I want to keep it in a specific area. So I'm using a brush that is very firm with the bristles, so I know that it won't get all over the place. But then I also want to use the angled brush because it's thinner and it keeps it as well, and it just gives me a little bit more surface area to work with. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this angled brush, and it's actually on an angle, if you can tell. Alright, so now we're getting our darker blue going, and we're putting that directly in our crease. So we're going, so if you had some of the brown that may have gotten in the crease as we were doing it, like the darker brown, we're riding right over that right now and going directly in our crease. Okay. So we're building on our colors. Building on our colors too. So now, sometimes when you do in your crease, you may leave your eye open to work in there, and everything is fabulous. This normally I do, but in this case, I'm not going to do that because I want it to stay concentrated in my crease. I don't want it getting anywhere else. So the little bit that does go above my crease, that's it. I don't want it getting any wilder than that. There we go. Oh yeah. Alright, so now we're going to start working on the outer and inners of our lid. And you can just tap the color in lightly and then start to sweep it out when you're working on the outer. And sweep it out. And then let's get the inner. We're just going to pack it in. I'm going to sweep in my crease a little more. Tap on the outer. Sweep it. And then tap on the inner. Then we're going to do the other side. So we're going directly in our crease. Oh yeah. I love the cool man saying that. I'm just using a sweeping motion because it keeps it where we want to go. So we're just tapping it in our inner, and we're going to tap it on our outer and then sweep it out. This sweeping motion gets that corner really good. There we go. We're tapping on our inner, tapping on our outer. We're going to sweep it out. I like to make sure the outer is good to go and that our inners are good to go as well, because this part of the lid is really the start of the show. Don't let them fool you. Alright, and next we are going to focus right on the middles of our lashes. Of our lids. Alright, so I'm going to take a flat brush now because it's a concentrated area, and basically the area that we're taking care of is about the width of the brush, and we're just going to add and bring it down. So I'm going for my like icy blue color here. I'm just adding it to my brush, and I'm just bringing it down ever so gently. You don't need to get crazy with it, don't need to get wild. Making sure my lid is taken care of, my lash line. There we go. There we go. Now you can add a little to the crease. It does add a nice effect. Okay, and let's do the other. Same thing. Just nicely bringing it down. And add a little in the crease area. Like I said, it gives it a nice effect. You see our halo? Alright, now I have one blue in. I'm just going in with the other. Back with my darker blue, right on the outside and inside. Just to make sure my colors are there and nobody feels left out. This helps of blending the two colors together as well. And then what we do right after is we go in with our lighter blue one more time. So we're just putting it down, and this is making sure our color really pops. There we go. Making sure our color pops. Oh yes. We have it. We have it. Oh. I mean, even though I look like a wild man, I'm just gonna go in with my darker brown across the top. You know, just to make sure everything is nicely blending. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now, mascara time. So for my mascara, I'm actually going to be using my Ulta Beauty Twisted Volume Mascara. And the thing about it is, depending on what you want your lash to actually look like, if you can see it, you twist it to where you want it to go. That helps. So if I want my lashes to have like a little bit of volume, a lot of bit of volume, super volume, things like that, you just twist the edge to what you want it to look like, and bam, get lashes. I'm using my little handheld mirror and I'm putting it under me or under my chin so I can look down while I'm putting my mascara on, so I don't have to worry about getting my eyelid all funky and messed up. So see, under me, I look down, okay. I look down, or under me, I look down, and no mascara on my lid. So that's how I do it. Now I also use the mascara to underline my lash and my lash line. So this way, if I didn't want a look with a whole bunch of liner, I do have the effect of having liner there. See what I'm saying? It's giving me the effect of liner when I haven't done liner at all yet. Bam. Now, if you are the real MVP and you do want to go in and line underneath, go ahead and do it. I cannot, because anything I get, anytime a sharp object gets near my eye, my eye automatically shuts. So, I don't even try. So what I'm doing is mascaraing my eyelashes and just brushing them out and making sure there's no clumps or bumps or things like that. That's why it seems to be taking me, you know, forever. Like, check, you're putting on lashes. What are we doing? I still want to make sure they're brushed out and look pretty. So that's what we're doing. I do have some lashes in store. Some simple lashes that I got from my local beauty supply store. Nothing too wild and crazy and over the top. There we go. There we go. Alright. Fabulous. Mascara's closed. My lashes, I tell you, local beauty supply store lashes. Nothing wild and crazy. Super simple. But you would think that these lashes were Fort Knox, the way they have them. Like all super secure with like staples and tape and all that stuff. It's like, dude, these lashes are inexpensive. Like, why are we going through this? Because even if I walked out with a ton of them in my pocket and you had no idea, like, you're stopping me from opening them once I get them home. Like, come on, let's be for real. Let's be for real. I'm serious. I'm still trying to get into the freaking lashes. I did not steal these, by the way. I actually paid for them. But the security measures, they act like, you know, haha, you got away with them, but you'll never be able to open them. Like, shut up. It's so stupid. Anyway, lashes are here. I finally got them open. See, nothing special. They're Broadway lashes. What I like to do with my lashes is to measure them on my eye first. I have small eyes, so most of the time I have to cut off the ends of the lash. You know, it's not the lash's fault, it's my mother's fault or my father's fault. You know, if they don't want to take the blame together, we can give it to them individually. So what I'll do is I'll take my lash tweezers, my pretty little lash tweezers, and I'll bring them to my eye just to measure it out and see where we're at. Actually, it looks like these are good to go. How awesome is that? Yeah, look at that. Oh. Yeah, they seem good to go. No snipping necessary. So I'm in love. Usually I'll have to just cut off the back end. Now these are less dramatic, more so wispy eyelashes. And I think they're really cute and goes with the like delicate look we have going on here. See? Delicate look. Alright. So I put my lash on the tweezer and I'm going to add my lash glue to it. And I have INV what's it called, Superflex lash glue, sorry. Brush it right on. Nothing too wild and crazy. Just a nice even layer. And literally you wait 20 seconds, like literally 20 seconds after you finish brushing. You wait 20 seconds and then you put the lash on. Perfect like that. Nice tackiness for the lash, the whole 9 yards. And I like to just, you know, help it along. 19, 20. One last, you know, below. Alright, so the same way I put on my mascara is how I'm putting on my lashes. And when you do your lashes, the way your tweezer is, you usually get the middle in really good first. And then you secure your edges. And because it's nice and tacky, it should be no problem getting it on there. See? No problem. There we go. See, and it's a nice wispy lash. See? So it kind of looks like nothing's there. It goes for a way more natural effect. I like to use the back of my tweezer just to secure it in place for like those little areas that your finger can't get to because you know your finger's big, but your tweezer is a little thinner. Alright, now I'm going to do my other lash. You can see it has that really natural look. Add in the glue. Alright, there you go. 20 seconds. There we go. it gets it to like the perfect tackiness, I promise, when using that glue. Alright, I'm doing it just like I did my mascara. Securing the middle, then I'm securing the edges with my hand. Getting everything in place. And it's black glue, so it kind of works perfectly with like your mascara and your liner. Everything is on there quite lovely. I'm going to double check my first eye to make sure we're still good to go. Everything's still working out and looking good. Alright, time to get some foundation popping. Let's get this foundation popping. Oh yeah. Alright, let me get my mirror back lined up. Okay. Alrighty. Alrighty. Another reason why my hair is not all the time is just because I feel like it gets really wet. But it's the holiday season, so let's do something different. I like to use a Maybelline foundation. My color is Cocoa, which is usually 360. And the Fit Me, whether it's the Matte and Poreless or the Dewy, Smooth and Dewy or Dewy and Smooth, either one of those. It's 360 Cocoa. I just like to, I mean, you can, if you have your little, you know, palette thing that you can put your foundation on, I just use the back of my hand, do a couple of pumps, about 6 or 7. I know that sounds like a lot more than 7, but I just realized I'm out of foundation, so I had like just enough to keep me going. I like to use the brush just because it gives me a lot of control. So, like I told you, you don't have to worry about getting all out there. Because you took care of it. I just go right under the front of my eye. See, so you start to control it with the foundation. And then when you put in your concealer, you got it all taken care of. Just a little under the eye. Under the eyebrow, and then you come in and you clean up all of that. There we go. And now we get to everything. Make sure you get under your nose. People forget that. I mean, you walk around with this a whole nother color from this. Around your mouth. Make sure to get under your chin, by your ears. Full face, people, full face. Frame out our eyebrows. Yes, we will be taking care of our eyebrows. And get in that hairline. Get in that hairline. Thank you very much. Well, let's not leave that out. There we go. I like to make sure around my mouth is taken care of, because you know, you're talking throughout the day, you're laughing, you're joking, you're eating. We don't want lines. There is nothing worse than the end of the day, or the middle of the, forget the end of the day, the middle of the day, because you don't care about the end of the day. But the middle of the day, to realize you have like some serious creasing going on because makeup's been sitting in here. So let's get rid of that now. There we go. There we go. Let's get our concealer going. And while we conceal, I have Maybelline Fit Me concealer in Cafe, which is 30. And I'm going to get this under area popping. Remember I told you, take care of all of it. Bye-bye, that's fun. Hello, beautiful. Let's hit the other side. And I like to wisp the edges out, so when I go in with my beauty blender, it's not much work that I have to do. So it's like I'm kind of starting the blending process. So truthfully, if I didn't have a blender and I wanted to use like a brush or something, I could easily get away with that right now, because I've used my wand and I'm almost all the way blended out. So what I like to do now is work on these eyebrows. I just have a wonderful pencil, and I'm going to use my mirror so I can see a little better. What I'm doing is I'm filling in my front, so you can see what I'm doing, and using it to shape out and fill in the back of the tab. And the same thing on the other side. Just filling in the front from what we lost with the foundation. And now what I'll do is I'll take the brush and help to define it. Just to give it back my natural look. last but not least, I just use my brush to go over it one last time, just to soften the area. Bam. So you don't see any harsh like pencil lines. That's why I do that, to keep that natural look going. Alright, let's get this concealer nicely blended in. So I like to start, and then I just go around the outside, because that's what really needs to be blended in. You go out and up, out and up, and then I get in the middle, focusing on out and up. My beauty blender is from BH Cosmetics, and I completely, totally, and utterly love it because of the pointy edge. It helps with the control. Ah, look at that, look at that, look at that. We got nicely blended in. So you see, we took care, gave us some nice, wonderful lines. We get the halo effect going on the eye. Love it. Now for my nose, I'm just gonna soften those lines just a tad. You can go in with the bottom of your beauty blender and just get it. It does work wonderfully. But I actually like to use the foundation because that's the color that we want to blend the two in with. Or, you know, the colors that we want blended in. So, to do that, I have this wonderful palette here, Wild and Radiant. And these are my colors. Oh yeah. So it has like really bronzy colors up here, and then some highlighting colors down there. And I have this, which I'm going to use a bit of both. So I'm going to start with my nose. I know, very unorthodox. It gives you something more glowing and more of a natural look. Okay. I'm going to use what would be a lip. I'm going to get my Cupid's bow. Because I like to keep it very controlled. I don't want it getting too out of hand. And then you can just nicely go down the sides to blend it. Now for the eye, again, nothing too wild and crazy, just something more so illuminating, where it brings attention to the area but it doesn't steal the show. So we're nicely lit. We're nicely lit. Alright, so for my lipstick, I once again using Maybelline the Super Stay Matte Ink. When I tell you these things are super stay, they stay put no matter when you eat, your drink. The end of the day, and I'm talking like 8 o'clock, you might notice like right there in the little inner, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm missing some lipstick. But that's about it. You will not see rings on the cup. You won't see, lipstick when you take a bite of your sandwich, whatever the case may be. So to work with what we have going on to keep it a little on the fun side, I want to go with this color here, and this is 50, which is a Voyager. It's a nice reddish color that I'm going to use. Again, I don't keep my hair out. It's a pain in my butt. So this is what the wand looks like, and it's really nice and easy to put it on. Oh, sorry. So it's a nice red color. Now, the fact that I can put my lipstick on without having to double dip is wonderful. Okay. So, if you feel you made any mistakes, errors, or anything with your lipstick, you can go in with concealer or your foundation brush and just like touch up whatever you need to touch up, whether it be top or bottom. Make it last forever. Let's do this. So here we are, and we are just about done. I am going to add some setting spray to my face to keep this as we continue the day and we go about doing what we have to do, looking fabulous, looking beautiful, looking amazing. And to do that, I have my Urban Decay all-nighter setting spray. That's why I brought my hair back. I don't want everything to get wet. So here we go. What? Yes, honey. So now is when you go through and see any little touch-ups that need to be made. I think I need just a tad bit more going on here. Oh yes. Yeah. Much better. I like it much, much better. So we are good with that one. Just a little slight clean up. My eyebrows. I'm loving them. There we go. I need to touch up with a little, if I can find using a little liner. There you go. Now, why didn't we add the liner before, you might ask? want to, but now I'm feeling a little lighter-ish. So, honest opinion. There you go. But now I want to. Strictly speaking. So everything's dry. Everybody's ready to go. My hair is back like it should have been the whole time, but I wasn't thinking. And oh, let's add some highlight to our cheeks. Almost forget. So we're gonna do our highlight. Just a little highlight. Oh yeah. Just a little highlight. Nothing too wild and crazy. Or extravagant. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh my goodness, yeah. And then giving it up just a tad. Just like the excess. Nothing too crazy. Alright, yeah. Are you highlighted though? Yeah. Alright, so we are finally ready and set to go slay the world and be totally fabulous with it with our halo eyes. I thank you ever so much for joining me, for not giving up on me, and for dealing with all of my foolishness. Thank you. Thank you. Come back. Don't forget me. Remember to stay petty.